Welcome to today's Explainer. Let's dive right in, because we are looking at the absolute pinnacle of global sports. Picture this. You've got the blistering sunshine of New Jersey beating down, the historical weight of the event cemented as tennis superstar Carlos Alcaraz presents the trophy in a stunning Louis Vuitton trunk. I mean, the whole planet literally stops for this single game, the 2026 World Cup final. We've got two absolute titans of football going head-to-head, Spain and Argentina. Today, we're going to break down exactly how this dramatic 1-0 match unfolded, using the on-pitch data and broadcast commentary to see exactly how history was made.
Right off the bat, there's this incredible, almost poetic storyline underlying the entire matchup. It's like destiny coming full circle. The source commentary captures it perfectly, describing Lamine Yamal as, quote, once famously a babe in Lionel Messi's arms, today a glittering aspirant to his sporting brilliance. You have a player who is literally photographed as an infant with Messi, now stepping onto the exact same pitch, challenging his childhood idol on the biggest stage on earth. You can't write a better script than that.
Setting the World Cup stage. So, on one side of the pitch, you've got the veteran captain, Lionel Messi. He's carrying the weight of an entire nation on his shoulders, seeking to cement this completely unprecedented legacy. And on the exact opposite side, the glittering aspirant Lamine Yamal, representing this vibrant, fearless young generation ready to claim the throne. It is literally the ultimate clash of generations. And for Messi, this match represented a staggering milestone. The number 3 here is absolutely crucial. By stepping out onto that pitch in New Jersey, Lionel Messi was attempting to become the very first man in history to ever captain a nation in 3 World Cup finals. Think about that for a second. A win here wouldn't just be adding another trophy to the cabinet, it would set a record that might never ever be broken.
A gritty first half. Now, World Cup finals, they are rarely these easy, wide-open affairs. In the early stages of this match very quickly devolved into a gritty war of attrition. This wasn't about broad tactical strokes. It became a game of intense, localized duels. It was frantic. Whenever Yamal finally found a little pocket of space and tried to break through early on, Argentina's keeper, Emi Martinez, heroically left a foot behind to deny him. Fabian Ruiz was getting visibly frustrated, and Messi? Well, every single time he tried to pull the strings and orchestrate, he found himself instantly swarmed by a super-disciplined Spanish defense.
And those offensive struggles, they were totally mirrored on both sides of the pitch. The final pass was just not connecting for anyone. Argentina's Nico Gonzalez really struggled to deliver that decisive final ball, and Julian Alvarez kept getting caught offside by Spain's incredibly high defensive line. We'd see Messi suddenly burst to life, showing flashes of that classic creativity we all know, but the containment was just too tight, and when Spain actually got a look, like a strike from Fabian Ruiz, it ended up being way too close to the keeper to cause any real panic.
Which brings us to the break, halftime, 0-0. Just imagine the sensory scene here for a second. An incredibly tense, scoreless deadlock, and everyone is just baking under the intense, blistering heat of the New Jersey sunshine. The stakes were astronomical, and honestly, neither side was willing to blink first.
Escalating second-half tension.
As the teams emerged from the tunnel, the tension wasn't just hovering, it was actively escalating. You could really start to see the physical toll that the scorching weather and those heavy tackles were taking on the players. The half started off as a very bitty affair, Lots of stops, starts, little fouls off the ball in the center circle, but gradually we got our first real glimpse of Spain playing their signature smooth football. Pedri fires a shot that Emi Martinez actually spills, which gives Spain a corner, and suddenly you could feel the momentum shifting, leading up to a massive opportunity for Ferran Torres.
And that brings us to this agonizing moment for Spain. A beautiful ball comes through, but Yamal and Torres, they seem to be on completely different pages. The ball ends up rolling harmlessly, as the broadcast put it, into the waiting arms of the Argentine goalkeeper. The commentators noted that was by some distance the best chance of the match up to that point. The suspense was getting almost unbearable.
Extra time and ejections. With absolutely nothing decided in regulation, we are pushed right to the breaking point. This is where the fatigue, the massive stakes, and just sheer desperation all collide, totally altering the landscape of the match. Extra time became this chaotic duality. On one hand, you've got these frantic, desperate, late-scoring chances, and on the other, a severe physical toll resulting in some massive midfield collisions. You've got players like Aymeric Laporte flying in with these desperate, last-ditch tackles just to keep the play alive.
The bodies were exhausted, but the sheer will to win was pushing them to the absolute edge.
And then, the crucial pivot point happens right here. Amidst all that chaos, a single moment completely alters the final seconds of the game. Following what was initially seen as a fair collision on the halfway line, the referee makes a massive, massive decision. Enzo Fernandez goes through a Spanish player, the card comes out, and Fernandez is walking. Just like that, Argentina is down a man under the most intense pressure imaginable.
So how did Argentina even survive that immediate aftermath? One man, Emi Martinez. His sheer heroics included making this unbelievable journey across his goal line to turn a frantic shot from Yamal behind for a corner. He saves a point-blank eyeball-to-eyeball strike. He almost single-handedly anchors that Argentine defense, just flat-out refusing to let the Spanish barrage break through.
So, with the clock ticking down in extra time, Argentina down a man, and Martinez playing completely out of his mind, you have to ask yourself, who would finally break this deadlock in New Jersey? Could the veteran Argentinas hold on for penalties, or would this youthful Spanish squad finally find a way through?
Spain's magic moment.
This right here is the decisive breakthrough of the entire tournament, the absolute climax of a grueling battle in the heat. I want to read the exact words from the broadcast because they really anchor this narrative in pure emotional release. The commentator shouts, "At last, at long, long last, Spain's magic moment. The dam had finally broken."
Let's break down the mechanics of this championship-winning play step by step so you can really visualize it. First, Marc Cucurella manages to get the ball over to Nico Williams out on the wing. Second, Williams spots the opening and plays it perfectly into the middle of the box. And third, arriving with absolute perfect timing, the ball is thundered into the back of the net by Ferran Torres. Just a breathtaking sequence of teamwork and coaching.
But hey, the drama wasn't quite over yet. In the completely chaotic dying seconds, Torres actually puts the ball in the net again to seal it, only to be denied by the offside flag. And Argentina, fighting to the very, very last whistle, saw Lionel Messi making these mighty late wriggles into the box, desperately searching for an equalizer, but he was ultimately stopped by Spanish keeper Unai Simon. Mighty, mighty close, but just not enough.
And with that final whistle, the outcome was cemented forever. Spain have seized their second star. The kings of Europe have conquered the world. It's such a powerful statement that perfectly summarizes their journey. They absolutely proved themselves as undeniably worthy world champions against a legendary opponent.
When you step back, what we're really looking at here is a thrilling passing of the torch. We witnessed a youthful, dynamic Spanish squad filled with young compatriots triumphing over veteran Argentine legends on the global stage. I mean, the babe in arms, Lamine Yamal, proudly lifting the trophy in the exact same arena as his childhood idol. Incredible. And all of this leaves us with so much to think about regarding the beautiful game. Because if this is the kind of drama, heartbreak, and sheer triumph that a single final can produce, we really have to wonder what other legendary stories are going to unfold when the world truly gathers in 2026. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep analyzing, keep learning, and I'll catch you next time.